Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Today is Friday. Today is the Hebrew class, all right? All questions will go into the comment section over here. A couple of things I want to get into, all right? You got Revelations, what else? 1 and 8, right?
Got one class, sir.
All right, good. Give me that right quick.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 8. I am Alpha and Omega.
I am what?
I am Alpha and Omega.
Keep reading.
The beginning and the ending.
The beginning and the ending, right?
Come on, class.
So now who knows what the Alpha and Omega is? Why is he saying Alpha and Omega? Sure.
It's the I and the God.
The I and the God, right. But explain to me what the Alpha and Omega is. Okay, what book are you reading here?
Revelations.
Right, who wrote the book of Revelations?
John.
Saint John, right?
Come on,
the Revelator, right?
Come on.
Now, where was he when he wrote this?
On the island of Patmos.
Right, where is the island of Patmos? It is one of the Greek islands, right?
Come on.
The island of Patmos is a prison island where Saint John the Revelator got locked up. All right, this book was written in prison. All right, and being in the Greek islands, they have the Greek alphabet, right? And then the first letter of the Greek alphabet is what, Shah?
Alpha.
Good. And what's the last letter of the alphabet in Greek?
Omega.
Good. There you go. Right. So he's saying it's the beginning and the end. It's like the beginning is A and the end is Z. All right. No problem, right? So now here we have so as you said, Shah, right? You said that the R and the thought to say what? The beginning and the end of our alphabet in our native tongue, in our holy tongue, our separate tongue that's only for us, right? The first letter would be
Ah.
Good, and the last letter would be Good. All right. Now give me your alphabet, Charles, if you don't mind, right?
Come on, sir. On the water one?
Oh, just say it for me. Good. Yo, what's up, y'all? Your turn.
Salaki.
Alphabet. Start again. I was feeling that one right there.
Oh, it's like
Be confident when you speak, right?
One
One more time. It was going good though. It was going good.
I was practicing.
I know that I seen you singing and all that. Let me get one more time. Let's go. Good. Nope. Nah, after ta is ya, man.
Oh, Salaki.
Yeah, one more time. Look at it and read it for me. Good, good man. That's the Hebrew alphabet. All right. All alphabets descend from that. All right. A couple of things I want to get into today. We don't got no questions, right?
Right, sir.
Let me make sure there's no questions on the online either. Okay, I didn't get the comments page. Let me try to get that right quick.
I have a question.
Let me get it.
Oh, Psalm 119.
I get it. Also, I wanted, if you could, right? The scripture we had yesterday in class, right? 1 Samuel 9 and 9, right? Let's read it for me in the meantime while they get the. You got the Psalms? Y'all stop here?
Sure.
So get me the Psalm, 1 Samuel 9 and 9 in the meantime, right? Let me know when you got that.
1 Samuel, chapter 9, verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of Yahweh, thus he spake.
Before time, when a man wanted to seek the Lord, right?
Come on,
He wanted to ask a question from the Most High, right? Keep reading.
Thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer.
Let's go to a
seer.
All right, keep reading.
For he that is now called a prophet.
Today the seers are called what?
A prophet.
There you go. Right? Is that the end of the verse?
Sir.
Keep reading.
Was before time called a seer.
Right.
Come.
That's it?
Come.
Right. So if a man wanted to inquire the Lord, they will go to a prophet of the Lord. Because all through the Bible, just like Jesus Christ, just like Moses, see what I'm saying? All through the scriptures, only one man the Lord will only speak to one man. You can send up your prayers, you can do all of that, you can send up your prayers, but the Lord will only speak to one person, right? The Lord will hear your prayers, but the Lord won't speak to you, right?
Come.
Contrary to what they teach in Christianity, which is not of the Bible. It's nowhere in the Bible, nowhere ever in the Bible, right? So we want to get some of those words on the board, right? We want to get 1 Samuel 9 and 9 on the board, right? Want to get those keywords? Read the scripture one time again if you could.
Come on, sir. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Before time in Israel, when a man.
Before time where?
In Israel.
In China.
In Israel.
In Africa.
In Israel.
In Australia.
In Israel.
In India.
In Israel.
Right.
When a man went to inquire of the Most High, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
Good. Okay, bear with me, y'all. This computer is, right with the devil.
Right.
So these technology nowadays is not as convenient to speed.
Last week it was kind of slow.
Last week was very slow.
Yeah. Slow and breaking up.
Yeah. Things are made for the white man's profit, so you get work in the first week, and then after that, oh, well, I don't know. Now you gotta get a new one.
Right.
You got a newer version here, You best buy PC Richards, Also, I want to get the name of some of the inventors that made the damn computer. I didn't know they were black. We would have been over Henry T. Sampson invented the cell phone. You done with this, right? Alright, Henry T. Sampson invented the cell phone. Who made the car again? Who knows the name of the man that made the car? Henry Ford is not a black man, so Henry Ford could not make the car, but he ain't black.
Was it George Washington Carver?
George Washington Carver. George Carver, right?
Come on, please.
Good. Good. So the word seer, right?
Come on, Carver.
Seer. Right? They call him Ha Ra'ah. It's Ra'ah, right? Ra'ah seer. Ha Ra'ah. All right, we know that. This is Ha right there. This Ha right there means what?
That's
Say it again. The as in what?
THE.
Good, there you go. This part right here is THE, right? We probably will review the prepositions again later. Now, based on what we learned, right? What is the root word in here in seer? Who can recognize it? What's up there?
C.
Good. All right. Good. So we got C. How do you say C in Hebrew? How do you say the word C in Hebrew? Oh. Go on. It's right there in the word. It's recorded the root word for a reason, because the root word is in this word. we know that this is the, right? Without no the, what do we have next? Ra'ah. Good. The word for C is Ra'ah, right? R-A-A-H, right? So now it wouldn't be written with a ha and it would just be written as Ra and Ah. All right? Ra. All right? But today, he is called a what? Prophet. Good. And the word for prophet here is the Bible. All right? As you know, we have office in the Bible in school, right? Out in New Jersey. His name means prophet. Na, ba, ya. Right? The buyer. Oh, the buyer. Oh, I said, okay. The call is code 535030, right? All right? Oh, you good. Okay, you good. Okay. Na, ba, ya, ah. All right? Na, ba, the buyer. All right? Now we're saying we will call it. How do we say call in Hebrew again? Yeah, officer. Oh, I ain't gonna say his name. Let me give it away. All right. It's the clue, all right? You're a man in the school. The scripture says to know those that labor among you, right? Right? What does it mean to know the brother that labor among you? Who said that? Who said that in the Bible to say know the brother that labor among you? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Christ taught Peter that, right? To know the brothers that labor among you, know what they would do, know what they wouldn't do, know what their names mean. All right. So now, we have a brother in the school that labors among you, right? And his name means called by the power, right? Not ring no bells. All right, no problem.
Called by the power.
Called by the power. Called by God. All right. His name is Officer Korayala, right? So now, who can give me the word for call? Sean.
That would be called Ra'ah.
There you go. Right? Qua, Ra, Ah. That's how you say call in Hebrew. Right? Qua, Ra, Ah. All right, good. No more questions, right?
Yeah, I have Psalms 119. It has the. Notice this is I was skimming through it.
Yeah, you gotta talk up, all right?
So verse 1 through 8. So on the top it says Aleph.
Verse 1 through 8.
And Psalms 119
Uh-huh.
says Aleph. And from verse 9 through 16 it says Beth. So it's like pronouncing.
I left bet like alphabet. Is that what we trying to get up?
Kind of the whole psalm.
Read it again.
Psalms 119, verse 1.
Chapter 119, right?
Kind of
119, right? Verse what?
1 through 8 on the very top.
Yeah.
It'll say Aleph.
Uh-huh.
And that is how the devil says ah and watered down Hebrew term.
Okay. This don't seem like you got nothing to do with the right here to me. Alright, Aleph We went over that already, right? I left it just saying the letter A.
Okay.
All right. Let me see what it will say in the Torah. All right.
I believe the whole psalm is the alphabet.
In the Torah, it wouldn't even say it. It would say Ashara. Asharya. Sorry. Or Ashar, as the happy. That's how it starts. Oh, sorry. Okay, I see here. Oh, there's a whole alphabet thing going on. It's a song.
Concert.
Right. Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, this is nice. You might want to study this. You might want to look into this or read it in your own time. All right.
Concert.
All right. So it starts with Aleph. Right. It said blessed are the undefiled in the way. Right. Then Ba. Wherefore shall a young man cleanse his way. Right. God. Deal bountifully with thy servant that I may live. Da. Oh, this is a good idea. All right. I like this idea right here. Right. Yeah, I like this idea right here. I didn't know, never showed this to me. What?
Concert.
You got the Hebrew alphabet in Psalms, y'all. Never knew that. All right. So we have here, right? This is from Psalms
119.
Psalms 119, chapter 119. All right. So we have A, right, which is right? And is for Ashar, right? Which means happy, right? Next is Ba, right? Skip on to verse 9. You want a Bible? Do you want a Bible? Yeah, you want a Bible, please. All right. All right. You might get the bigger one. Oh, you got reading glasses? Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let it get that one. All right. The next letter is Ba.
Reading verse 9.
Cause. Right? And that makes Ba is the same Ba or Ba Ma. And we know that Ba means what? In verse 9. It begins with Ba. Ba means what? Ba means in. All right. Ba means in. But in the Hebrew, it's put these together because ba is a preposition. Right? It will say ba ma. Ba ma. We know ma is what? You gotta know what ma means. You're trying to form a sentence or you're trying to form a question. You have to know what ma means. I gave it away. I said it. You have to form a question. So you gotta know what ma means, all right? Ma means what? All right, so ba ma means in what? All right, good. What's the next letter after that? Gamal, right, in verse 17. Gamal or ga, which is like a G sound, all right? Ba, ga, all right? Written like so, all right? And verse 17. And the word here is Gamal. Gamal. Alright? And this Gamal here means, can mean many things. I know it also to mean camel. Yeah, it also means camel, but it's not used for camel here. It's used for deal or deal bountifully. This we can get a more direct translation. Concordance code 1580. Alright. It says origin, a primitive root to treat a person, benefit or requite, by implication to ripen or to wean. Alright? To recompense, to reward. So that's the word we need right here. We need reward. Alright? Good, I like this. Alright? What's the next letter after ga again? A, ba, ga, da. Da. Good. Da like David. Alright? Da. Hebrew letters like a triangle to say the lock, like a door, alright? Or a door of a tent. Alright? So that's in verse 25. Alright? And what David is using here to say double qua. Da, ba, qua. Dalaf or da, right? Double qua, and that means to cling on to, to hold on to, to cleave, all right? It's used most time in the Bible to say to cleave. To cleave onto. Cleave is like clinging onto, all right? Clinging, or cling onto. All right, what's next out of the Abagada? What's next? Ha. Good. As a preposition, what would ha be used as? The. No, the. Right? That's what you mean, right? Good. Now, as a possessive, what would it be used as? Possessive is placed where on a word? Good. Now, what would that mean?
His.
Close. It's not his. It's the opposite of his.
Her.
Good. There you go. The same way we say her, it belongs to her, right? In the same way our her is used. It belongs to her. It's hers. It's her. Her. All right? Her. For possessive. Right? Let me go back up. What is this? What is the as a preposition? The as a preposition is used for to say I'm gonna give it to you. Do. All right. It's a very rare occurrence, but when you see it, if you see the as a preposition, it's used for to say do. All right. What's the other one? Okay, we got bar already, right? Bar is in this. We know that preposition, right? Now, what about as a preposition? Is as a preposition. It's a very popular preposition. One of the tribes has an in front of their tribe, right? What is that again? Who knows what tribe we're talking about? Obviously, you know. What is it? And you that tribe? A paria. And what does a paria mean? Fruitful. I am fruitful, right? What is a paria mean in English transliteration? Ephraim, right? Now, who was Ephraim's father? Joseph, good. And what was the significance of Joseph? He was the.
He was the second is Egypt.
There you go. He became the viceroy of Egypt, right? He saw the children of Israel got into Egypt in the first place when their brothers sinned, transgressed the laws of the Lord, transgressing all the rules of brotherhood and sold their brother into slavery, right? And then we all ended up in slavery in Egypt for 40 years had to be saved by who? Moses. All right? Good. All right? R means what? A. all right. I get you the alphabet.
Asher.
Okay, A. Okay, A does not mean Asher. All right? The word in verse 1 where it says Aleph.
Oh.
Aleph is the letter A.
Right.
All right? Aleph is the letter A, and the first letter in Ashar is A. Right here. That's why it's there. It's there to say this. All right, where's the purple pen? So this ink is running out here. All right? But now I want to, yes, sir. Yeah. No problem. Okay, come on, all right? Let me see this right. Close, yeah. Go on. All right? Okay, good. Right? R is the first letter of the alphabet, right? But as a preposition, what does R mean? If I was to say R, the bar, right? R, the bar. What am I saying? What is the bar? Okay, where we went over today, right? We went over Ra'ah, right? I don't like to spell either, right? We went over Ra'ah, right? Ra'ah means what?
Ra'ah means see.
Ra'ah means see. Good. Now if I say Ra'ah, not Ariana, don't get just Ra'ah. What does Ra'ah mean? No,
I see.
I see. But give me hand. What, no more purple pen? Put it around. Oh, that's me too. I said no more purple, yo. Can't even blame it. Okay, let me try this red over here. So as a preposition would mean I, right?
Oh, okay.
It's like saying today. I did it. I didn't do it. I don't know. Because the Bible is a black book. And English was created by black people in the Dark Ages. There. Right? That reminds me, talking about England and Britain, right? We have the word Britain. Who knows where the word Britain came from, or Britannia, rather, right? Britannia. Who's learned this before? Who knows what Britain is? Britain is today is known as the what?
That's the
Say it. What continent is it?
Is that Britain, London?
Yeah. Okay, London is in England, right? I know in America we know the Americas. We don't know nothing about no African countries or no Asian countries or no European countries too. Name some European countries. Name any European country. France. Okay, what else?
Paris.
Paris is a what? Paris is a city in France, right? It's the capital of France, right? Name some other countries in Europe. Where was Hitler from?
Germany.
Okay, good. What about what's the biggest mob in New York?
Italy.
Italy, Italian mafia, right? The Sicilian mafia come from Italy, right? What else? Who enslaved the Hispanics?
Spaniards.
Spaniards from where? Spaniards from Spain. Okay, good. What language do they speak in Brazil? No, what's the main language in Brazil? Portuguese. Portuguese from what country?
Portugal.
Good. All right. What other countries am I missing? All of them, right? Now, who enslaved the Negroes in America?
Yeah.
Who enslaved the Negroes in America?
The white man.
The white man from where?
America.
Where did they come from before they came to America?
Europe.
Where in Europe? You said it, but I want the word that they say.
Is it
Come on.
Georgia Caucasus Mountain?
Right, that's where the white man come from. The white man comes from Georgia Caucasus Mountain. Today they call that Kazakhstan. All right. Good, no problem. What language do you speak? In America, what language? What is the main language in New York?
English.
Right. I know you think I'm trying to cover it. I'm not making trick questions. Right. I know I'm known for that. I'm asking you simple, basic questions that you're learning out in the world. All right. It's not a trick question. It's not the scriptures. All right. The language you speak today is
English.
English is from what country? Huh? Huh? England. Right. So talk with the chest out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Good. All right. Now, this stuff you're not gonna know because this is more like information that people from England know. In America, you know about American states. Every single American state. You know, they teach about all the American presidents. So they don't want to teach you about the specifics of how it was formed in the region or in that area over there in England or the UK or Great Britain. All right, I'll give you a synopsis. All right. England is an island like this, right? We have Wales over here, right? Right. You have up here. You have a country called. Who wrote the Bible? Okay, who authorized the translation of the Bible?
King James.
Where King James was from where?
He was from the
Scots. The land of Scots called Scott what? Scotland. All right. Good. Right. And then the main part down here will be called England. All right. Where the Queen of Whores reside. All right. According to the Bible, she's the Queen of Whores. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Bible says. No, I ain't made that up. All right. Good. And all together with Northern Ireland over here, you know about Northern Ireland, right? You have all the Irish cats over here, all the Irish people in Nyack, and all the devils in New Jersey, right? The Irish, right? Together they call this Great Britain, all right? They call that Great Britain, all right? Well, I think Great Britain is minus Ireland. With Ireland is United Kingdom, all right? Right, there you go, all right? So now, we're looking at the origin of the word Britain, all right? Or Britannia, all right? There's a book in the back over there. I can't remember which one I got to ask Captain Cuttazar again. Remind me to ask Captain Cuttazar or the book that proves where this word comes from, all right? Get me the word, we're going to, the concordance here, right? I want the word covenant, all right? Give me the word covenant in there, right? The word for covenant is Yah. All right? Or if you want to say my covenant, Yah. All right? All right, if you're written, spell that just Yah. all right, or Barayatia to say Britannia, right? And then they will take the bar, which is here, and make that the D. And then they'll take the R, which is here, and make that the Ra. And they'll take the Ya, which is here, and make that the I. And they'll take the Ta right here, and make this the T. Right? You understand? And that's how you have the Brits, or the Britons, right? The Britons were the people of Brit, or the land which ended up became called Britannia. To say the land of the covenant. All right? Find the word covenant for me? Let's see. That's a baraya. That's to say cutting. All right? We're gonna go down baraya. So third is the last letter, right? The last letter. Bar. What you do is you go over here, all right, and you look for the word covenant over here, and you find a concordance code. All right? Find another one.
There was no bunch of them. Most of it was 1285. I looked for another.
1285? What does 1285 say?
It was
the one that we found?
Khan, that was the one I showed you.
Look for another. No problem. All right? As you know, Britain was ruled by the who? The Anglo-Saxons, right? White people have to say, oh yeah, Anglo-Saxons is the Anglos. They don't know what they're talking about. Ask them what is the Anglo. They all say, so my slaves from Europe. No. Because they were Saxon, right? Anglo-Saxon was black people trying to throw the words together of angelic sons of Isaac, or Isaac's sons, all right? Isaac, angels, sons of Isaac, right? Or angel Isaac's sons, when you write down in the Hebrew, right? Good. Who were the sons of Isaac? What's our lineage? Our lineage is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, it's known in the scriptures, right? That Jacob, right, was born of an unidentical twin brother called Esau, right? And the father's name was who was the father of Jacob and Esau? Isaac. So who are the sons of Isaac? Huh? Jacob and Esau. All right. Jacob and Esau. All right. Now, who is Esau today?
Esau is the so-called white man.
Esau is so-called white man. Who's the Jacobites?
The blacks, the Hispanics, the native North American Indians.
The blacks and the Hispanics and native Indians, right? There's a book I wanted. Yeah. Where's that book again, man? Oh man, it might be over here. You know, there's no capital more, right? There's no capital more. There's no capital more in New York. There's no capital more in Boston, right? Y'all got a day off, right? There's a book right here. With the Negro origin on the Negro coats of arms in German, with German families. With art, we created fancy crests. You know, the white man don't got no art. So So the white man draw the coat of arms, you know, he ain't create that. See what I'm saying? The white man ain't no artist like that. All right? I want to take a look at it. All right? You got families up in Scotland, all this stuff is hidden away in vaults. It's hard to get information like me unless you go to some, you know, library in Timbuktu. Right? You go to Germany, they got statues today, right, where they still got black figures. You know, I'm sure you've seen all of them on the internet, right? In mainland Germany, where black people don't go, all right? Okay. Angels, sons of Isaac, Jacob. We're gonna come back to the alphabet in Psalms 119 in a second, right? Jacob in Hebrew. How do you say Jacob in Hebrew? Go on.
It's Ya'Iqab.
Ya'Iqab, and Ya'Iqab means what?
Ya'Iqab means to hustle.
Good. It means to hustle. Because Jacob is a
Hustler.
Jacob is a hustler. You know, why do you think Africans hated us? Because we was in Africa hustling them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Running the economy in Africa, right? Everyone knows about Mansa Musa, right? Now, this is a good excerpt that I like to read. If there was camp tomorrow in Boston, I would have brought this out right here. All right, I love to see this information right here. Sha'al, right? Read this for me right here. Right? There's pictures in the middle, right? You know, they got black pictures in Europe, right? Skip the pictures and get to these right here, right? Give me this, right? And they're gonna pick this up over here, right? Only the stuff that's highlighted, right? Right, keep reading.
White stays
Uh-huh.
an interesting
Spell weights.
WAITZ.
Right, he's a researcher, right? A white man, right? Keep reading.
Weight says an interesting graduation of all shades down to the black is exhibited by the Jews.
By the who?
By the Jews.
Are they white? By the
Jews.
people of what?
By the Jews.
Give me a little bit, a couple of words ahead of where you was right now.
Concept. All shades down to the black.
All shades down to what color?
Black.
To white.
Black.
To what did they say? Olive color.
Black.
Christ was olive color.
Black.
What else did they say? Christ was an Arabian color.
Black.
Okay, keep reading.
Is exhibited by the Jews.
By the Jews, and this is hundreds of years ago. All right, the Jews were black; they were not white.
Right. Okay.
The white man takes cultures from other people.
Right.
He goes to South Africa and becomes the South Africans.
Okay.
He goes to Australia and becomes the Australians.
Right.
He's today in America we call them $5 Indians.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
Especially dark.
Especially dark. Niggas was black as hell. You go to Trinidad, you find some blackest niggas you ever seen.
Right.
Or Guyana. Or down south. Oh, but how about go to jail?
Right.
So you see some dark niggas. All right, keep reading.
Where the Jews of Spain.
The Jews of what?
Of Spain.
There were Jews where?
Of Spain.
No, not in Spain. España, man. España. So you know the Moors is in Spain.
Right.
Moors is a blanket term which just means black, where the dark Arabs and the dark North Africans and the dark Jews had an alliance and created the Moors, right?
Right.
And they assisted in the Ottoman Empire, which was around the Mediterranean. Where?
Spain.
Around the Mediterranean is?
Spain.
Spain is around the Mediterranean. Spain and what is that? Morocco and Libya and what else is there? Italy and the Greek islands, right? Keep reading. All the way down to Turkey, right? Keep reading.
And Portugal.
And niggas is where?
Portugal.
Black Jews is where?
Portugal.
Keep reading.
The Portuguese Jews.
The Portuguese what?
Jews.
The Portuguese white man.
Jews.
The Portuguese Caucasians.
Jews.
The Portuguese Jews. Read.
Were very dark.
They were very dark. So niggas from Portugal was especially dark. You might have some light-skinned niggas in Spain, some light-skinned niggas elsewhere, but in Portugal, the Negroes or the Jews in Portugal were especially
dark.
Dark. Keep reading.
Says Pritchard.
There's Pritchard. This is another man's. He's reciting books that that are not available anymore. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be a man of a certain stature to go out there and get access to certain books. This is what the researcher, this man did. What's the name? What's the author of this book here?
The author is J.A. Rogers.
J.A. Rogers, right? Is he a white man?
He's a black man.
He's a black man. Okay. He want to know who the hell he is. So he went out and did research. The same way how the white man would go look up Alexander the Greek. You see what I'm saying? Or General Schwarzkopf or General Westmoreland. They take pride in who they are.
Right.
J.A. Rogers is a black man in America. You want to know who the hell he is. You know what I'm saying? This is down in the 1900s where black people had money. You know what I'm saying? You don't know about Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. Black people had their own colleges and schools.
Right.
So we had the money and the resources to do research. All right? Keep reading.
The Duchess, the Brantis, wife of Napoleon's ambassador to Portugal, said that the Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese could be seen in a single person.
Say that again.
The Duchess, the Brantis, wife of Napoleon's ambassador.
Right. Hold on. Wait. This is the wife of Napoleon's ambassador. Who knows who Napoleon is? Napoleon is that French bastard that murdered the Haitians. Which the Haitians under Toussaint Louverture defeated him. You see what I'm saying? And big up to what's his name? Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who defeated Napoleon's army, which the white man will never give credit to, right? I'll read that part again.
The Duchess, the Abrantes.
The Duchess Abrantes.
Wife of Napoleon.
She is the wife of Napoleon's
ambassador.
This is a quote from someone. This ain't no opinion, or this ain't no forming of someone's mind or imagination.
Right.
Keep reading.
To Portugal, said that
this is what she said. What did she say?
The Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese.
The Jew, the Negro, and the Portuguese, read,
could be seen in a single person.
Could be seen in a singular person. So the people that was named, that was known as the Jews, the people that were brought to America in slavery, she existed around the same time, where Negroes was in Europe and Negroes was being carried to the Americas, right? So there are people known as Portuguese, there are people known as Jews, and those people known as Negroes, and they were saying these people all look the same. These people all can be seen in a singular man. If you see a man and you go to China, you see a Negro, you be like, oh, he's a Jew. And then a person from Portugal say, no, he's Portuguese. I know Portuguese people.
Right.
The person that says, I know Jews, the Arab will say, oh, I know Jews. This is a Jew. And then the white man in America say, nah. This is one of them niggers. I know these people. These are niggers and where I'm from. All right, keep reading.
So dark
were the Jews. So dark were the Jews. They were black.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That is why we are in the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, to know who we are.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because this information right here is not available in the New York City curriculum of the Board of Ed here in New York, or in Tennessee, or in New Jersey or California. You can't learn this in SoCal, or one of them colleges. You might have to go to Harvard to find this stuff.
Right.
You might have to go to Princeton to find this stuff. All right, keep reading.
Especially of Portugal. And southern Spain.
Read.
That many whites.
That many white people. Keep reading.
Thought all Jews were black.
Right. People didn't know that white people were Jewish until they came to America and seen Jewish people with these tassels and the funny hair thing, curl thing down the side of their face.
Okay.
Before that, Jews was niggas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Black.
Okay.
Black as midnight. Keep reading.
Or dark.
Keep reading. Dark meaning they didn't have to be all the way black. They could have been a dark brown. Okay. People shades of brown.
Right.
Except for the white man, he's pink or red. You know what I'm saying? But people are dark. Dark means dark brown, all right? Keep reading.
Many of the Jews who were banished from Portugal by John II settled.
Many of the Jews that were what?
Many of the Jews who were banished.
That were banished from where?
From Portugal.
So now Negroes, event occurred where the Jews were banished from Portugal. What does it mean to be banished from a place? It means you gotta leave. I mean, they're getting rid of you somehow. They're saying today, you're a Mexican outside the Home Depot. They're banishing you from America. Donald Trump is banishing the El Salvadorians. He's banishing the Mexicans. He's banishing a lot of West Indians.
Right.
And how did he do it? He gets his own little agency to banish them. He created an office and say, this is the office of banishing people. Today we call it I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
All right? Keep reading.
By John II.
By who?
By John II.
John II, who was in charge of Portugal at that time, right?
Okay.
Keep reading.
Settled in the West Indies.
And he sent them where? He sent these Jews where?
Settled in the West Indies.
He banished them from Portugal and settled them where?
It says,
banished
from Portugal by John II, settled in the West Indies.
Keep reading.
John Bigelow, who visited
John Bigelow.
John Bigelow, who visited Jamaica.
You see what I'm saying? This ain't no reference. I mean, this is a reference. This ain't no imagination. This ain't no. This is what I think happened. We all from Africa, y'all. We all from Africa.
Right.
Africa, y'all. Ethiopia. Ethiopian power. Haile Selassie, Jah Rastafari. Ethiopia. We want to go back to Addis Ababa.
Right.
What is the reference saying? Reference from books that's older than me and you and your grandfather and your great grandfather. Right? Keep reading.
Who visited Jamaica.
They visited Jamaica. Read.
In 1850.
In what year?
1850.
Now, a man visited Jamaica in 1850. Now, what year are we in today?
2019.
2019, right? So 150 years ago plus 19, right? So that is 169 years ago, right? 170 years ago, a white man named John Bigelow went to Jamaica, right? What did he see?
Saw the descendants of these.
Saw the what?
Saw the descendants of these Jews.
He saw the descendants of these Jews. Meaning he lived a long life and he was able to see the time when Negroes was in Europe. And then he went in his later age and saw the descendants. That's why he's saying descendants. Because he's not saying these are the ones that traveled today or last week. He's saying these are the ones that was carried here a long time ago, and they got murdered and lynched and everything and choked to death, and they had children, and here are the children coming up in Jamaica. You see what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Saw the descendants of these Jews and says they were Negroid.
I say that the Jamaican people are Negroes, because they call Negro today. All right, or nigger, or the features of what they call a Negro is your face, talking about your phenotype. Talk about how your face is. Your phenotype is not Chinese or Asian, it's Negroid.
Right.
All right. Long story short, the Jews from Europe and West Africa and the Middle East was all sent to the Americas, right? All Central, South, and the Caribbean, all right? And that's recorded in books. Is there any more on that?
It's few sentences, sir.
Okay, let me get it.
The Eastern Jews who settled in Australia, Poland,
Austria.
The Eastern Jews who settled in Austria, Poland.
The Eastern Jews, talking about Negroes that settled in Austria and Poland.
And Russia.
And there was, that gives me another point. Out of all the books that we've covered, right? The last slave ship that landed in Louisiana, or the last slave ship that came to the Americas at all,
were Negroid,
right?
Too. In Austria.
So Negroes lived in Russia. Keep reading.
Were Negroid too.
Come on, keep reading.
Count Adam Borowski of Poland.
Is it highlighted in orange?
Come on,
keep reading. All right, go on.
Count Adam Borowski of Poland, who visited.
Count Adam, like Count Dracula. the title they had back then, right? Keep reading.
Of Poland, who visited the United States in 1857.
He visited the United States in when?
1857.
1857. Read.
Said the Jews.
Said the what?
Said the Jews.
The Jews. All right. Read.
Of his country.
Of his country.
Strongly resemble.
Strongly resemble.
American mulattoes.
Strongly resembles American mulattoes. Mulatto meaning, what does mulatto mean again? You Spanish, tell me. Mulatto be like the darker amongst the people that are considered mixed or something like that, right? Mulatto, that's what I think that's what it means, right? Moreno is black. Mulatto was like, these people had sex with white people, and here they are with mixed race children. Right? In Poland, they had mulattoes. They had black people that had sex with white women also in Poland. You see what I'm saying? Before slavery. You see what I'm saying? And what did the white woman do? The families of the white woman banished them from Poland too. Stop having sex with our women, they said, right? They say where? Down south in Alabama or somewhere. Right? Along the southern belt, where white Christianity is the supreme religion down there. Right. All right? Keep reading.
Numbers of Jews. He said how the greatest resemblance to the American mulattoes.
The greatest resemblance, meaning these people don't greatly resemble Chinese, or they don't greatly resemble Nigerians, right? Or they don't really, because they know what Africa look like. They all know about Hannibal. They know what Africa look like. They didn't say they resemble the Africans. We don't resemble you know, Haile Selassie, right, or his family. You see what I'm saying? Or who was a popular African that time? I don't know, but they was out there. All right, and they was all up in the Ottoman Empire too. They were all Muslim from that time, so they know what Africans look like. They say, yo, these people don't look like Africans. They look like the Jews that was in Poland. Right. All right. That would be what? Displaced from Poland and are no longer in Poland. Okay. All right. Keep reading.
Okay. Sallow complexion.
What?
Sallow complexion.
Sallow. I don't know what sallow means, but keep reading.
Okay. Thick lips. Crisp black hair. On my arrival in this country, America, I took very light colored mulatto for a Jew. Considerable Negro strand was found.
Okay, good. We done on that, right? So all right. Right. So that's history for you, all right? Negroes in Europe. All right. Just you know, the whole Britannia and all that, you know, just connected. The other book that has it specifically, I gotta get that probably next week, all right? All right. We got the. All right. Means the. We're in Psalms 119 again, verse down to 33, right? We got the ha. And the word we got here is hawaran. Ranya. And this is trying to say, teach me. Alright? Teach me. Alright? We're done with the definition. Y.A.K.W. Hustler. He's the forefather of all Negroes and Hispanics. His name is Hustler. That's why he's so good at selling every goddamn thing. The white man being the devil say, you know what? Sell crack. Sell drugs. Sell some weed. Sell some heroin. And then what did he do? He make your great and glorious neighborhoods go down the drain. To the point where in East New York, they were selling what buildings for $1, right? Right, the white man the devil, right? Esau, I.S.U.P.K, right? Wasted away is he, right? Quick history. Edom, Esau's name was changed to Edom. Right? He ended up calling himself, we read this in the book of Josephus, he ended up calling himself the Idumean Empire. Right? That's what Esau. And Idumean Empire was which countries? Who knows? In biblical times, who were white people? The Edomites, but what did they call themselves? They invaded Europe, right? They came from the hills and they raped the woman of, come on man, the ancient Greeks. The original Greeks were black, we know that. Right? He chased them all the way to Australia and the Samoan Islands, right? And he took over the Greeks and named himself the Greeks. Right? And took over Rome from the Japhetic people that were there, chased them all the way to the South Asia, right? And then they became known as the Romans. All right? So the Idumean Empire, they call themselves the Greco-Roman Gentiles. They have a big society over here. When they're having their white national parade, they'll pull out the flags. White people, all the skinheads be walking with the flags that says Idumeans, Greco-Roman Gentiles, and they have all of their flags at the bottom of it, right? Austria and Switzerland and all at the bottom of it, right? Right. And they were known as the Idumean Empire. You go into any history book, you visit Barnes and Noble sometimes, right? Visit Barnes and Noble sometimes, and just find any book about history about the Greeks and Romans, find anything about biblical history, find anything about world history, and just look for the section that says Idumean Empire, right? It will tell you it's the Greco-Roman Gentiles, right? And the word Idumea comes from Edom, right? It's just a transliteration, right? All right. I'm done with that, right? I can erase it, right? Okay, good. Do what? What's the next letter on the list? A, ba, ga, da, ha, ba. It says ba, but it's really, there's no V in Hebrew. We know that, right? Before we was carried in slavery, there was a city in southern Spain called Cordova. When the letter V didn't exist, that country was called what? Cordoba. Right? The same way in Spanish today, you want to say, give me some word. ¿Ya habla español?
Sí.
See? Give me a word where they don't say, okay, you have a name called Kevin, right? Kevin. But Spanish, we don't say Kevin. What do they say? They say Kevin. Because back in the time when they were enslaved, there was no word as V. So it's in their dialect to not use the word V. They would say B. The same way in the Bible, you see the word V. In the time when it's written with the time of the translation, V wasn't really a big letter yet. All right? But translated from the Hebrew, it would be what? Abagadaha wa. Right? Wow, I need a darker pen, man. Look in the back there if you could, right?
It's a brown one.
Yeah, let me see the brown one back there, right? Right. And we're reading from verse 41, all right? And the what is used to say, wa. And wa means what? Preposition. What? Preposition. And good. Give me a right. This is more wet. Good. Right? Wa means and, right? What's the next letter? Abagada hawa za. And where do I read that? Verse 49. Right? Where it says Zayin or Zion. Right? Za. Right? Written the same way, Za. The same letter in the alphabet is how that letter in the alphabet Za comes from our alphabet. Written the same way. 10,000 years later, the same Z is written the same way, right? We call it Z today, right? Z, right? The Za, right? And now we have a captain in the school called Captain Zakar, right? And his name means what? His name means Captain Zakar. You know Captain Zakar, right? This is when you speak on the phone, Captain Zakar, right? Captain Zakar's name means, who knows? Read me verse 49. Psalms 11:49.
Psalms, what verse are we?
Chapter 119, verse 49.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 49. Remember.
Stop. Say it again.
Remember.
Stop. The car means?
Remember.
Oh, there you go. Remember. Remember. Right. Also, we also say in the school called Zakawar, which is a partition of this word. Za, it's right here, put the war right here. And that means aware. So be aware of something, you have to know what it is already. Alright? So it's a partition of the word remember. Where aware and remembering is similar in a state of mind. Alright? Good. The card means remember. Alright? We're done with the top of the board, right? Come back to races. Alright? But we gotta keep moving on to the other letters. I'm gonna raise the first four. Alright? Good. What's the next letter after za?
Ka.
Ka. Right? Ka. Like Captain Kataza, right? Good. Written like a ladder. Because I believe that's what it is. Right? And what is it saying to be used? What verse is that? That's verse 57, right? Okay. And the word used here is khalaq. Yeah, this pen works better. Alright? Khalaq. Concordance code 2508, which means portion. Alright? Portion. Portion or allotment. Alright? We're gonna run through this, we're running out of time, alright?
Come on, Pastor.
After ka is what letter?
Ta.
Ta. Aba, gada, hawaza, ha, ta. Right?
Come on, God.
T-A. Written like this. A circle but excellent. Well, today we call it an X, alright? Concordance code 2962. The word is taram, which can be used as before. Alright? Taram. Alright? And this is the language. Yo, Sophia, right? Come on. How do we know to speak in this manner? Where do we get the LASHAWAN QADASH from?
Adam, sir.
Adam. From who?
Adam.
From Adam. Okay. It's from Adam. But how do we know how to speak it today? Who knows? Captain Kansas brings out all the time. You go in a book called A Lost Tribe of Promised Land, right? UPK was bringing this out in the 70s and 80s. And then the white man raised the price of that book, a $25 book, to $5,000. And today they got a revised version, right? But this was a tongue said by a Jewish interpreter called Montesinos. He came over here to the Americas, right? And they brought a Jewish interpreter because they like the people that we read about, Waits, and the wife of Napoleon's ambassador, knew that the Jews were over here. And they came over here, Christopher Columbus came over here looking to enslave the other tribes of Jews that was separate from the Jews that was in Europe, right? And they knew that these Jews over here, they maintained their culture already. See what I'm saying? So now, this language came from the native Indians, all right? Which they don't speak today. go to the reservations, they have to chain it up for the sake of fighting the white men who learn their language. See what I'm saying? You know, black people are very good at creating sign languages. I remember in school one time we had a language called bubble language. Who remember that? The girls are having some language called bubble language, and they'll be like, alagala day or alagala this. And I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? But they could understand each other. Right. You see what I'm saying? That is the sophistication of our people. And that's children. Right. That's young girls. You see what I'm saying? Create a language out of that. You know what I'm saying? Today, you know, in the West Coast, with Snoop Dogg and Shizzle and Nizzle. Right. And they'd be like, Shizzle, what? Right. You see what I'm saying? And they creating a language to do what? Avoid the police. Right. You see what I'm saying? A language that they could understand, but the white man couldn't. You see what I'm saying? And Native Indians did something similar, right? Good. You know, there are cousins. All right. After the letter ta is what? Abagadahawa zakata ya ya. Right? Oh, stop it. Right in Hebrew, that is here. Y-A. Right? Ya. And what's the word they're using here? What verse is that? That's verse 73, right? And the letter Ya is shaped. Its shape is a what? How did Adam make this shape? He was trying to draw a what? He was trying to draw a.
I believe that's verse 65.
73. Right? He was trying to draw a hand. Right? That's a hand like this. So it's an arm, a hand. Right? Adam was drawing a hand. He looked at his hand like this. He saw in the stars, the Lord is trying to give him the laws. That's the breath of life. Teach him how to live and not die. Right? Don't murder or someone will murder you. You see what I'm saying? Thou shalt murder, right? And then a letter was the hand. And the hand is yad. And yad means hand, all right? All right. What's the next letter? Ka. Ka. All right. K-A, right? And that's down in what verse?
That's verse 81.
Okay, so we're down to verse 81 in the book of Psalms, chapter 119, all right? And we have the Ka, all right? Written like so, all right?
Psalms, chapter 119.
Pages, stop, right? And we got here Kalaf, all right? Kalaf, Kalata, all right? Or rather Kalaf. Kalaf, but Kalaf is the root word, all right? Kalaf. And the word Kalaf means to faint or to perish. All right? Or to faint. Let me just check right quick, because we know in the story of Jacob and Esau, the white man came up from the field, he couldn't find no animals to kill that day. Right. That gave us the opportunity to get the blessing where we put goat skins on our arms and went to our father Isaac. And Isaac knew that the white man would like to sleep with animals all the goddamn time. He smelled the goat on our hands and gave us the blessing of the first son, which was Esau, and called us Esau, and that's how we became the heirs to the birthright, by his blessing. What they call stealing the blessing, when it was the Lord's will. All right? That's Genesis. Oops, am I in the right? Wrong up. All right, give me a second. Genesis 25. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same repetition, because I am faint. And the word faint, it's a different one. Okay, this one is I-Y-A-P, which means weary or faint, all right, weary. So he said his head was spinning. You see what I'm saying? Right. Well, this faint here means to faint, like perish, like you close to death. White man say, I'm about to pass out. Right. Little bitch, man. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's that same sissy that he was all back then. Right. Oh, I'm about to faint. Oh. Right. That's what he was going on with. He wasn't saying he was gonna die. You see what I'm saying? You don't die from a lack of one day's food. Right. Brothers do that in jail suffering because the Shia won't feed them. You see what I'm saying? Right. So this paint here is color. All right. What verse we in now?
Verse 89.
Verse 89.
You want the same verse or the next one?
Oh, the next one. Yeah, next one is. Well, the next letter is La, right? All right. La. Written the same way with the L, right? 89. Want to read 89 for me?
Psalms chapter 119, verse 89. Forever.
Right, and that forever means, how would you say forever? You will say, La, what does La mean? What does La, the preposition?
La means two.
Two, there you go, right? Now the word here is La-I-Wa-Lam. You know that the Lord's Prayer, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. At the end of that prayer is what? La-I-Wa-Lam. To say what? Forever. All right? And the word I-Wa-Lam means
forever.
Okay, no, but together with La and I-Wa-Lam, we'll say forever. But it's saying two societies. You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord thinks different from us. The Lord looks like, right now, the greatest society is going to be the Egyptian society. And then there will be the Assyrian society. And then there will be the Babylonian society. And then there will be the Greek and Roman society. And then there will be the American, which is still the Greek and Roman society. And then there will be the kingdom of heaven, which is the society of Christ, right? Where the Jews will rule, right? Negroes, the slice and everything, right? So two societies. And the society of the kingdom of heaven lasts forever. And this is the same society that's written in John 3:16, where God so loved the world. Where he doesn't say earth, it says society. Because earth is a ratazar, right? This is not what's written in John 3:16. It does not say God so loved the earth. It says God so loved the world, which is I-Wa-Lam. All right? And these two together makes forever. All right? Ratazar means earth on here, right? Just in case people online don't know. Earth. All right? Good. What's the next one?
The next one is verse
92, right?
97. 97.
Good. I'm going to read it.
Psalms 119, verse 97. Oh, how love I thy Lord.
Or how I love thy Lord, right? And the letter that they're pressing on here is the what? What's the letter? What's the letter after La?
La is Ma.
After La is Ma. Right? And Ma means what?
Ma means
damn, I just said it. Who caught what I said? Yo, what's up, y'all? What is Ma? Ma, I'm right here. Ma, you gotta know this, man. You gotta know this. Ma. Go on. What? There you go. So when it says, oh, how or to what degree, but the word in Hebrew will be what, all right? Because Hebrew is not as complicated as English. It's like pato. We just get to the point and keep it moving. And you know what I said, you know what I meant.
Okay.
All right? How or what? All right? One more letter before we start breaking down the prepositions again, the prepositions and the possessives, so we can stay on top of our game here, right?
Okay.
What's the next letter?
Okay. Next letter is na.
Na. N-A, right?
Okay.
All right. And what verse is that?
That's verse 105.
105. Read it.
Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet.
Stop. Now the word here for the na is nar. Right? And nar here means lamp. All right? Lamp. All right? Okay, we'll stop here, right? We'll hold it right here, right? Now, preposition. We have the ya right here, right? As a preposition. Preposition meaning what?
Preposition meaning,
What does pre mean? What does post mean?
pre means before.
Pre means before, right? Before what? Pre-position. What's being positioned? The word is being positioned, right? So before the word, the preposition, right? When you see a ya, what does that mean? You see a ya as a preposition. What does it mean? Ya.
Ya means
As a preposition. Go into your notes, find it, quick. I'm about to tell you. He, good. And anytime you see a he, it can also mean, you got to know this too. Okay, how would it say he by itself, as a word in itself, not a preposition?
his.
No, in Hebrew. You would say, Hawa. Hawa, you remember that, no problem. That's why I gotta repeat it to you every so and so week, because you can forget it. You're not speaking this in the week. Who's on the job that you have to speak to like this?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Some of y'all went to school and learned, some Spanish. If you don't speak Spanish, you'll forget Spanish.
Right.
Unless you got a Spanish girlfriend or something. Right? Ya, as the preposition means he, right? He, in all senses, all forms, all context can also mean, based on the context, can also mean it. All right? Right? Now, as a possessive, what is ya? Where are the possessive written again? Or they're after the word, right? Well, raise your hand next time, all right? Right, raise your hand and be bold, all right? Don't be shy, all right? Don't be scared of the wrong answer. All I want to do is correct you so you can know it for sure, rather than have you guess, right? Ya means, this is written as a position. Positions are written where?
At the end.
At the end, right? And at the end it means the possessive. What does it mean to possess something?
Does it mean yours?
No. Damn, too early. Too early, about a letter too early. I'm giving it to you now so you can get the gears working for a head, right? But it doesn't mean yours is the opposite of yours. It is?
His?
Hell no. Mine.
Oh.
There you go. All right? Yeah, as a possessive means mine. All right? Now, the next letter is ka. Ka as a preposition means what? As a preposition means what? As a preposition I'll give it to you for time's sake, all right? Okay. We're running out of time. And the preposition ka means like or as. All right? Now, as a possessive, it means what?
I think I just said it was his.
No, you just said it.
No.
His.
Yours.
Yours. There you go. All right? One more time. Right? La. Right? La. As a preposition means what?
The.
No.
Oh, Slavic.
Right?
Two.
Two. There you go. All right? Good. Ma. Preposition. You gotta get flexible with this. And this is the language of the kingdom of heaven. You gotta know this so you can. It means what? Okay, preposition.
Cool.
Huh?
And?
No. And is what? As a preposition, it means. Time's sake, I'll give it to you. It means. Huh?
How?
No. That's not a preposition. To say what or how, you have to say ma and the ha. To say ma. Right? I'll give you a clue. They use this in Chinese. Okay, no, that's this form right here. Can't use that. Okay. In Chinese, they use it to say what also in Chinese. You know, the Chinese are Lot's children. They from Lot. Lot is Abraham's nephew. Right? So the Chinese will say, damn, forgot Chinese. But they'll say, Ni Zhao Shima Mingzo. Ni Zhao Shima or Shama. And Shama, the ma will make it a question. Shama means what? But you can't be a question without the ma in Chinese. The ma makes it a question. This ma, in our sense, makes it a question also. Alright? So ma is how you make a question, turn a sentence into a question form by adding what at the beginning of it. Except in Chinese, the ma will be at the end of the sentences. For us, ma will be at the beginning of the sentences. Alright? But as a preposition, ma means of or from. Alright? Of or from. Alright? We have a saying, right? Earlier we learned the word for call, right? The word for call is what? We have an officer in the school called Officer Corayala, right? His name means?
His name means
called by the power, right? How do you say call?
Call is
Korah, good. Raise your hand next time, all right? I know you're a young man, you're new to the school, but just get with the program, all right? Korah means call, right? Now, in our culture, when we have a call, we do what? We assemble for a holy convocation. All right? The word for convocation is ma quara'a, to say of a call. It's of a call. All right? You coming into the school, it's from a call on the Lord. Right. So I don't know none of you from calling the Lord. I ain't say, oh, these are my friends. Let me just bring you out to the school. I invited my friends ain't come. But you came. I don't know from nowhere. You've seen the camp speakers online or wherever we may saw it, and the Lord made you understand. Meanwhile, the Lord didn't make others understand. You see what I'm saying? It's written in the scriptures. Christ said this: many are called, but few are chosen. Right? And there are few people in this room right now. Even though that many people know about the UPK. Right. Many people are finding out that they're Israelites. But they don't want to come here because UPK is too strict. They make you do all the laws. You can't smoke weed in UPK. Right. You can't sell drugs in UPK. We're not allowed to be a criminal in UPK. Right. You can't buy prostitutes in UPK. Right. You see what I'm saying? You can't go there. They gotta go somewhere where they allow it. Right. And you think Christ's gonna accept that? Christ says what? Be ye perfect like my Father is in heaven is perfect. In the last verse of what? Chapter 5 of Matthew. Alright? Alright? Read it in the meantime while I read this verse, alright? Give me Matthew 5 and 48. Come on, Pastor.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. Be therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
There you go. But then the Christian church teaches what? Nobody can be perfect.
Right.
We are all saved in the blood, sanctified by the hallelujah, Jesus Christ. But then what did the Bible say? What did Christ say?
Be ye therefore perfect.
So now will Christ tell you something to do something that you can't do? He's telling you to be perfect because you should be, because you can be. You see, and then a white man cannot be perfect.
Right.
That's why Christianity is a white man's religion. That's why they got white Jesus as their savior, as a picture, as an image. But in the Bible, Christ is.
Be ye therefore perfect.
Right. The one that the man that tells you to be perfect, he has woolly hair and skin like brass.
Right.
Burnt in the furnace, as it says in the book of Revelation. Right? And he demands us to be perfect, meaning what? Take this culture back because this culture belongs to you. Right. Be perfect in your culture because it's your culture. These laws and statutes and commandments, these laws in the Bible, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not rape, thou shalt not kill. Deuteronomy 22, Deuteronomy 21, Leviticus chapter 11, don't eat pork, don't eat crab. You see what I'm saying? All these laws, don't get no tattoos, don't get a shape up. In Leviticus 19:27, don't shape up your beard.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You can cut it low, you can cut it, but don't shape up the what? The corners. Do not mar. Thou shalt not mar the corners of thy beard. Right? This was our culture. Are you going to tell a white man, oh yeah, you can't do your culture perfectly? Right. That's religious. When the Bible is not a religious book, it's a culture book. Right. It's our lifestyle. That's what Torah means. Torah means lifestyle. Torah. All right. You just know that the white man is the devil.
Right.
Give me verse back to Psalm 111, right? We're done with that, right? We understand that, right? Psalms 119, Slakia. And verse 113. Because after the na, la, man, na, the next letter is
Sa.
Sa. Good. That means we're almost done, yo. We're almost done. La, man, na, sa. Right? And what's the word that we use here? Read that verse for me.
Okay.
Chapter Psalms 119, verse 113, all right?
Okay. Psalms 119, verse 13.
113.
113. I hate vain thoughts.
Wait. What?
I hate vain thoughts.
I thought God don't hate. I thought God is love. God is love, yo. God is love. I thought God don't hate. What did the Bible say that God said? Read.
I hate vain thoughts.
Oh, God hates vain thoughts. God hates something. How can you hate and the thing that made you can't hate?
Right.
God got more, for all I know, God got more emotions than us.
Right.
Because he's more of a complex being than us. All right? And now the first word here is sayap. Or sayapia, which is a pluralized word, right? And it's right here, sa, yap. Oh, sayapiyam, which means double-minded. Yosa. Give me Genesis 49, right? Oh, okay. Give me verse 4 in Genesis 49, all right? Not you, Yosap, all right?
Okay.
All right, and Yosap and Sayapium means double-minded. And that's what he means by vain thoughts. You double-minded, you iffy. You see what I'm saying? You say you're not a rapist, then what are you thinking about raping for?
Right.
You say you don't rape, then why are you doing it? You say you don't eat pork, then why are you doing it? You believe that you shouldn't eat pork, but then you go behind this tree and eat swine splits, like it says in the book of Isaiah. 58. All right? Don't be double-minded. Christ said this, you got to be hot or cold. Because if you are lukewarm, I do what?
Spew you out.
I spew you out. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be one rest to the death, man. That's where the phrase comes from. You see what I'm saying? The phrase one rest to the death means we're not double-minded up in here. You see what I'm saying? The Lord has said, He said, I hate vain thoughts, but in the Bible, when you read it in the Hebrew, He said, I hate double-minded people. That's what He's saying. He hates double-minded. You can't be on the fence. You see what I'm saying? You can't love black people in Hispanic and love white people.
Right.
You gotta either love one or hate the other. Because thou cannot serve two masters. Why? What did Christ say? Why you cannot serve two masters?
You will
love one
hate the other.
and hate the other. So if your master is not the most high power, God, under the authority of Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, right? Then you serve the. Who do you serve if you don't love the Most High? Who's the God of America? The Esau, the white man, right? Is money. I'm saying for it was written in Timothy, right? For the love of money is the root of all evil. And whose face is on the money? Whose culture is it to love money? It's the white man's culture to love money.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you love money, if you love the white man, then you will sell out your people for money.
Right.
I'm saying you'll sell out black people for white love, and who's the key figure in doing that? Who's the number one sellout since biblical days? You know what I'm saying? There hasn't been a greater sellout since biblical days.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? His name today is Martin Luther King Jr. He's going to be written in the book of life as the most evilest bastard ever.
Right.
Because of some of the things that he did, that we are having camp, and old black men are coming to us that, yo, what you saying is true. I don't even know how. They teaching Martin Luther King in school like he's a good guy.
Right.
But the old heads know better. The old men that lived through the riots know about Martin Luther King. The only people that believe, you know what I'm saying, hate people when they see you, love white people when they see them. Oh, can I have a dog? The white man put a felony on him for loitering. Right. Lock him up for loitering. How's he going to get a job when he has charges from trying to be alive on the street? All right, no problem. All right, so y'all can be double-minded. What scripture I gave you?
Genesis 49, chapter 4, sir.
I read.
Unstable as water.
Unstable as water. Read.
Thou shalt not excel.
Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel. You cannot be unstable. If you try to hold water in your hand, what happens? You see what I'm saying? You can't do nothing being unstable. You're going to stand up on your 2 feet, or where you're going to walk to. You see what I'm saying? If you don't teach a child to walk, then what life can he lead? If you have a baby and he don't learn to walk, how is he going to grow up to be a man and get out the house and learn how to play and go outside and have fun and explore and learn to not fall down on the street? You know, learn to not, attack the wasp or the bumblebees, or it might sting you. Don't touch certain plants because some of them got stinging nettles on them. You see what I'm saying? Don't antagonize a dog. He will bite you. How could they get to all of those things if you don't learn to stand as a man and walk? You see what I'm saying? If you're unstable, you will not excel. If you go to college, and you're unstable in your studies, you won't pass. You see what I'm saying? If you say you're an Israelite and you don't want to come to the I.S.U.P.K and learn this thing all the way, then you ain't living. You're gonna die, man. World War III coming. You know what I'm saying? You playing this thing for a game, man. And Christ said when you see these prophecies, man, you gotta do something, man. You're gonna come into the school and do something. They have a saying out there. They're saying in the world, if you fail to prepare, if you're prepared to fail. Right. You see what I'm saying? Read the scripture again.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 4. unstable as water. Thou shalt not excel.
Right. Therefore, the Lord don't like a double-minded man. His thoughts are vain. All right. He wants to serve God. He loves God, but then he's a homosexual.
Come.
Church. You know what I'm saying? Molesting all the boys in the choirs. All the children go to church, giving us the horror stories, calling Captain Tazark day and night about this church on 145th Street that's molesting all the kids up in the air.
Right.
And getting rich in the basement. All the janitors calling us about the money they're taking from the people and putting in their pocket down in the basement, shoving the money down the chutes to the basement. Riding from New Jersey over the bridge to come here in a damn Bentley. Just to sit in traffic and burn gas.
Right.
All right? No problem. The next word is what? Iron. In what verse?
Verse 121.
Good.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 121.
I
have done judgment and justice.
I have done what?
Judgment and justice.
I have done judgment and justice, right? And the word for I, the word that's in the scripture here is I.S.U.P.K. It's a very key word. You're going to need this if you're going to want to form your sentences. I.S.U.P.K, which means do, which is not in the preposition sense. In the preposition, you will write da, right? But as a word, just like as he is ya, but in he could be hawa'a. I.S.U.P.K could mean da as a preposition, but as a word itself is I.S.U.P.K, right? I.S.U.P.K means to do, make. All right? Do or make. All right? So when he does judgment here is mashapat. All right? Shapat, if I'm not mistaken, shapat is no, it's not shapar. Okay, shapat. Shapat means something, right? Mashapat. Okay. Go course for 4941. Well, obviously, mashapat, I'm talking about judgment, right? Judgment says, let me the board, right? Judgment. Judgment, right? Ma, sha, pat, right? Now, ma is of, right? So whatever shapat is how we get the word judgment in Hebrew, right? Just like how you have ma, kora'ah. We explained this earlier, right? Ma, kora'ah, right? Where ma is of, and then kora'ah is call. And then other call is what together? Together is assembly or convocation. All right? Or convocation. All right? That's how we form. That's the culture of creating big words in Hebrew. All right? Just like in English, you have inform, and then you have informing or information. All right? For us, we have shapat and we have mashapat, right? Or kashapat to say something different. All right? All right. Good. Do you see shapat in the concordance?
Shapat?
Yeah. I'm about to get that a little later. But we running short of time, all right? Remind me next week to get judgment, all right? All right. Lamanasa, what's the next word is? Yo, what's up? Pa. Right? What verse are we in Psalms 119?
129.
129. All right? Read the verse, Sha'af.
Come on, sir. Psalms 119, verse 129. The testimonies are wonderful.
Right. And the word here is wonderful, right? Written as pa, la, ah. All right? What's the root word pala'ah, which means wonderful or marvelous, right? Wonderful. All right? Or German, wunderbar, right? Right. Hebrew, pala'a. All right. Right. Next word.
Next word is tazah.
Tazah. And that's verse what?
Verse 137.
Right. So we in the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 137.
Okay.
And the next word is tazah. The manasa ipa tazah. It's like a Captain Tazar Yak or Officer Tazadakia, right? Tazah, written like so, right? Read.
Come on. Psalms 119 verses 137. Righteous art thou.
Stop. Righteous or what?
Art thou.
Righteous art thou. Tazadak. Tazadak. Tazadak atah, right? Atah is you. Tazadak is the word for righteous in Hebrew, right? Righteous. You know, you have Melchizedek, Malak, Zadak, or Malak Tazadak. Melchizedek is just an English transliteration of saying king righteous, all right?
Okay.
Tazadak is righteous. What's the next letter?
Okay. Next letter is qua.
Qua. And what verse are we down to now?
Verse 145.
I read.
Psalms 119, chapter 119, verse 145. I cried with my whole heart.
All right. Qua is written like so. And then I did what?
I cried with my whole heart.
Cried with my whole heart. Or cry, or the same word for cry is the same word for call. What's the word for call again?
Call is quara.
Qua, again. Yeah, that's why you gotta know these words because it comes up so often, all the time. So if you hear the word, you're gonna see it and recognize and know what it is. Quara, which means cry or call, all right? So simple things that don't know the Bible will say, in Egypt, they cried unto the Lord, and the Lord respected them. Well, how does a man call to the Lord? First of all, you gotta stop sinning, so the Lord will hear you. But the Lord does what? John 9:31. What does it say? Y'all stop y'all to get that. No, not you. Y'all stop y'all to get that, all right? What's the next letter?
Next letter is ra.
Ra. All right. And what verse is that?
153.
153. All right. Read.
Come on, cards. Psalms 100, chapter 119, verses 153. Consider mine affliction.
Consider mine affliction, right? Well, the word used here is ra'ah. Again, we know that means the sea. Origin of ara, a primitive root to sea, literally or figuratively. All right, in numerous applications, direct and implied, transitive, intransitive, and qualitative usage in the Bible. Right, advise, self, appear, approve, behold, certainly, consider. See what you're saying. Consider. If you and the people that I see my stop. I see. All right. See or consider. All right. I see what I'm saying. I see what you're saying, Lord. You see what I'm saying? Ra'a Ainyaya Wakalatazanya Kaya Tawawatka La'a Shakakathia, which is saying, consider my affliction and deliver me, for your law I will not forget. All right. Okay. See is consider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we also use the word observe?
observe. See, observe, look it up in the concordance before I say yes or no, right? If you're looking at something, observing it, then yes. But then there's context. Many people get the Bible wrong because of context. You have 20,000 divisions of Christianity because of context. You have fake Hebrew Israelite groups because of context. You have to get the context, all right? Yo, what's up?
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doth his will, him he heareth.
There you go. Loving God or observing God or adhering to the words of God does not mean go to Sunday every day and bang a tambourine. Go to Sunday and sing a damn song of hymns. Hymns is not even in the Bible. What the hell is that? You see what I'm saying? We had our own hymns. Hymns just mean songs. But them hymns that they're singing in church ain't no damn, that's not from the Lord. That's some slave stuff they singing over there. Just take abuse and love abuse, and I'm saying they don't understand the context of turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek does not mean take abuse from your slave master. In the Bible, you have a servant, man. There's rules to having a servant. It's not just do what thou will. You see what I'm saying? The white man, the devil. All right? Right. The next word is Shah. Read that again for me. Yo, what's up?
161, sir.
So what I gave you a while ago?
I gave you John 9, verse 31.
Right, and I was using to get the word call or korah, right? Read it again.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
We know that God heareth not sinners. What's the big significance of that? Because all through our slavery, we've been singing what? Swing low, sweet chariots.
Right.
Meaning what? We want Christ, according to the Bible, Christ is coming back in spaceships. Swing low, sweet chariots. And the slaves knew this.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But God didn't hear our prayers. Why? Read it again.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Because we were sinners. Because we was eating pork in slavery. Because we were sleeping with our brothers' wives in slavery. You know, sex is marriage.
Right.
A man has a girlfriend, man. That's his wife, according to the Bible.
Right.
You sleep with another man's girlfriend. You hate your brother in your heart without the cause for something simple. You can't forgive a brother. Then you're a sinner, and the Lord ain't hearing you. I mean, the Lord is ignoring you, man. You cry, oh Lord God, help me kill these people that's beside next door to me because I hate them. You know what I'm saying? These dirty niggas next door. I hate these niggas next door. Oh God, please do something. Nah, God ain't hearing that, man. Yeah, God ain't finna hear that. God's finna curse you. Put a curse on you, man. Get you pulled over at the traffic lights. That's what God finna do. God's finna send a white man on you, man. God's finna punish you some more. Punish you for goddamn 400 years more if you need to, till you learn better. All right? What verse are we now, Ashab?
We have verse 161.
Right. Read it.
Psalms 119th chapter, verses 161. Princes have persecuted me without a cause.
There you go. Princes have persecuted you. You work for Princess Shah, all right? Hence the word Yashar Allah, which is Yashar Allah is good. But in transliteration is today they'll say is, how do you say it today? What's the school's name? Say it again. Israel. Israel. Yashar Allah. All right. He Prince God. All right. God power. All right. Power or authority. All right. Good. right?
Right.
Right. Now, last letter. Oh, Slucky, yes, what? Prince. Well, everyone online would have thank you for that. All right, the last letter is
The.
the. All right.
Okay. Psalms 119th chapter, verse 169. Let my cry come near before thee.
Let my cry come near before thee, right? Now in here we have the as the preposition to be used here. It's like you're rapping, and it's like you rap, or when you rap, this time you rap, and then a brother was trying to make an alphabet song, and he'll be like, A is for ammonia,
Right.
and he can't find a word for B, so he'll just say, be good. It's the same way here as you got thought, but David is saying thought, well, thought means will do in the future tense, all right? Will do, all right? Future tense. It's a word to be used as putting things in the context of a future tense, all right? So that's what it is right here, all right? Start korab. It says start korab. Korab. All right, let me erase this so we can get some room for explanation. All right. Korab, Concordance Code 7126. It means to come near. All right. Korab means to be near. All right. So what it's saying is will come near off. It's context of saying something that you should do, right? Will come near. Read the verse again. 169.
169, verse 169. Let my cry come near before thee.
Let my cry come near before me. Right? So now he ain't cried yet. It's coming. Let my cry come before me. He's about to cry. You see what I'm saying? That's the context, right? So "ta" is at the beginning of that verse in Hebrew. "Ta" would be the word there, right? And of the context, right? And with that, I pass the class to off for 50 sha'al, all right?
Okay, let's clap it up for the class. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which we have the Feast of First Fruit coming in June.
I think it's June 17th.
Come on,
this is right over there, right?
Come on, come. Be sure to look on the back of your bulletin board for upcoming I.S.U.P.K events and high holy days. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf, and with that, Member Israel Ahmadiyya, which means to stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute. Member Israel Ahmadiyya Shabbat, Ahmadiyya, Barak, Yahweh, which means hands down. We're going to give a star, face the sister. Sister, you can rise. Put your hands out. Next time, yeah, have to be covered. Come on, cover.
Oh, just put your hand on your head. Oh, okay, there you go.
can put your hands like so. Okay. Man Israel, Amadiam Shabbat, Amadiam, Barak, Yahweh Shema Ata, Ba'ashem Yamashai. Now you can repeat after me. Yahweh, Shema, Ata, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Yajimatan, which means hands down, class dismissed.